Hello folks, I just want to show you that I'm still using Termux, and now they have a new color. I don't know how many new colors, but I think I just noticed one called Space Max. That's the one I have now. As you can see though, you have options. I usually go with Deja Vu. Of course, you could always pinch, zoom in and out as well. In the menu on the left side, when you drag to the left, you could open up multiple sessions, multiple terminals, you could say. Basically, these are each new terminals. And you could also name the sessions. If you want to close the session, just hold the screen and then kill the process. Press enter. See, if I wanted to close this one, hold it. As you can see. And one of my favorite web browsers is Links. There's also eLinks, which is pretty cool. Press enter. And as you can see, it literally took a split second to load because of lack of freaking ads. I can't stand ads. Anyway. You also have a menu when it comes to links. As you can see, you can do escape, and you could also press G and type and switch. Just jump to a website. Quit, yes. There's also eLinks. Well, let me see. Which is more like a GUI version of it. As you can see, well, you could always change. If you prefer brighter screen, by the way, you could also change the keyboard. See the bottom right? And you could also press back to close the keyboard. If you want to open the keyboard, just type in the keyboard. I think the default, yeah, this is the default version. Top. Q for quit. By the way, the key between the escape and the control key is the tab key, and get used to using that. If you want to open up Fish and make Fish your default browser, all you gotta do is Um, so easy. I mean, literally just type package, install fish, of course, then dash y, just say if you don't want to know how much memory. If you're sure you want the package no matter what, and you don't care about the memory, just type in dash y. But in general, you shouldn't really press, like package install space dash y, because the package could be, it could be like 1 GB, which probably you don't want it if it's 1 GB. So it's better not to type in dash y. Better to see how much memory you're actually going to use. As you can see, you could also rotate the screen, and it'll look better. And if you want to actually like really get into this and use a keyboard, there's a keyboard for only $30 called I think it's called either the K375S or the M375S. Anyway, the 375 is the number, and the company is Logitech keyboard, which I bought mine once in Staples. They got it for like $30, and you will see on the box it says multi computer, or I don't know, like, what would you call it, like a PC, a phone, a tablet, and a PC, being able to connect all three at once. And it has 3 different open like slots on the keyboard. It's like 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3, and then you just like you type in 1. But it's kind of tricky because if you do by the keyboard, first of all, of course you got to turn on the Bluetooth. But if you don't press like 1 or 2 or 3, one of those numbers a few times, then your phone won't detect it. So you got to kind of play with it if you do buy that Bluetooth keyboard. And the good thing is that the battery lasts really long, but it's just a AAA battery. It's 2 AAA batteries, so it's easy to replace. But you really don't have to replace the batteries as much as you would think. They last about a year or more, so that's always good. I was always afraid that the keyboard was going to use too much battery life, and who wants to keep replacing batteries, spending money, and it's just a mess. But when you, for some reason, the Bluetooth keyboards don't really use too much energy, which is fantastic. So you get yourself a couple of Energizer batteries, then you should be fine for a while, like 6 months to a year at least. So you may only have to replace the batteries like twice a year, which is nothing. And it's just 2 little AAA batteries, which is like $3. So yeah. I mean, the whole point of Termux is to be able to, do everything on your phone and not have to depend on the keyboard. I mean, to be honest, I had the keyboard, and I just threw it out like 2 weeks later because it was too bulky. It was like too much to carry, whatever. And I have Linux installed on my. I have a Mac computer. I mean, not a Mac. I'm sorry. A freaking Chrome. I have a Chrome, and I managed to install Linux through the shell, through the Chrome tab, whatever. And it's working great. But I haven't really gotten into like typing, writing a script. So in other words, my point is that it doesn't matter if you have the most, the greatest computer, um, a really good Linux distro, or like if you're really smart with like if you know a lot about Linux and Unix, that's not gonna make you wanna write a bash script or really start learning about Unix or Linux. Well, for a few reasons, but like well, you have to just want to write a script, regardless of what you have. If you have a phone or a tablet, if you want to learn, you're gonna learn no matter what. And that's why I like Termux, because it allows you to do that. Simple. The only thing about Termux is that when you try to make it into something it's not, when you try to install like Debian and sometimes it's worth it, but then you have to reinstall all the packages all over again, and the other packages stay. So I don't really recommend installing like Ubuntu or Kali unless you have a decent amount of memory. It's not really worth it. But anyway, the reason why I'm not really like studying as much as I could, or is because, because I don't really have to, and I'm not a computer programmer. I don't work in an office, and I'm just busy trying to survive in life, I'm thinking about like surviving, basically survival and food, and basic things in life. So just the idea of sitting down and studying bash script or whatever is so minor compared to life. So maybe that's why a lot of people don't study, and maybe that's why this video is only gonna get like 5 views, because it's not that important. Don't get me wrong though, Linux, not Linux, studying is of course fantastic. And it also, well, in a lot of ways, doing, like studying or reading is just as important as, figuring out how you're gonna get your next meal, or how you're gonna pay your bills, because mentally it helps you. So whatever helps you, obviously. By the way, this prompt sucks. So you just press CD space 2 dots / 2 dots USR. Oh, hold on. Oh, I pressed the space. What was it? Just type in that. Oh, I made a mistake. Hold on. Control Z. Control D. CD space 2 dots. Well, usually before you do anything with CD, if you want to go to a particular directory and you know exactly where, just make sure you know exactly where you're at. Right now I'm at home. So since I'm home, And just so you know to go home, just press CD, press enter. To know where you're at, PWD. To see if there's anything in your home directory, any files. To view the files in a directory, just type in ls. And as you can see, I have storage. To access your storage, and by the way, whenever you install Debian on this thing, you won't be able to view the storage from the Debian shell for whatever reason. And same thing when I have the Linux installed on my computer, my Chrome. I don't know how to access my information, like my storage. But with Termux, as long as you do this right here, Termux dash setup, this right here, this command will allow you to, you press enter, this will allow the storage. I already did it, so I don't have to do it again. And just so you know, in case you haven't learned this yet, Control A is to go to the front. Control E is to go to the end. And Control U erases whatever's on the left of the cursor, as you just saw. So if I press Control U again, it won't work. But if you want to erase everything, just go to the ending. So Control E and then Control U. So I'm already home, but look, I want to show you a trick. A simple way to CD to change the fish prompt. CD space / USR. I already know what the wait. Let me see something before let me do this with fish, because fish has an error indicator. Whenever you make a mistake, it'll actually turn red. So, and when when it's wrong, it'll be blue. I mean, when it's right, it'll be blue. So red equals wrong and blue equals right. Correct. So CD, I just want to see how fish responds to this one. Alright, so far so good. It's like a game. SR. See, I can go into this and then I'll be inside, but I won't even be able to see them until I type in ls. Unless I type in ls there, but I'll type in just CD means to change directory. Well, actually, I don't even really necessarily need to go in the directory. Let's start over. Wait, hold on. Okay, so look, this is the command right here. VIM, if you have it. CD. Not CD. Space 2 dots. That means one directory higher in the hierarchy or whatever. And as you can see, go into the fish, press enter. These are hyperlinks, I believe, or links. These are just called links. The file. Press I for insert. Make sure not to erase anything by mistake. Functioned. Fish. I'm not even gonna call it fish prompt. It doesn't matter, just write fish. But maybe I should. Who knows? Maybe this will make a difference. Probably not. Let's just type fish. Echo. Let's just see if this works. Or you could even use whatever you want. And by the way, this keyboard is called Technical Keyboard at the Play Store. Once again, the keyboard is called Technical Keyboard. Turn like this, and then end. And that's it. Escape. Colon WQ. Enter. Then if I type fish. Oh, I see. So I guess you have to name a fish prompt. So insert underscore prompt. I guess you have no choice in this one. Escape colon. And by the way, when you press up arrow in the VIM, it'll have the history of what you last wrote. Hold on, let me see something. Something's fishy going on around here. Let's go back. Alright, by the way, it's better to open up multiple sessions so that when you run into situations like this, you don't actually have to keep going inside. You don't have to exit. Obviously, I made a mistake somewhere. Let me see. Okay, there you go. I don't know why over here was different, but it worked, as you can see. One of the best things about fish, besides the letters turning red when you make a mistake, is this function or feature of fish that allows you to set permanent aliases without actually having to write a file. Right in the terminal, you just type in whatever alias you want and press enter, and that's it. It'll instantly be, inside the system, the memory, or whatever. I'm sure the information goes into a file, but I'm not sure which one. But anyway, as soon as you type it in, whatever alias you want, you just use it right away. So for example, I'm gonna give you a few examples. So ABBR. By the way, that's the name of the function. That's what you type, ABBR. And I guess it stands for abbreviation. So ABBR space, and then whatever you want the alias to be the name of it. So say K for clear. As you can see, I already got it here. And then space, and then say clear. I could go even clear NLS. Press enter. So if I press L, oh wait. I don't know, ABBR. If you want to kind of reset it, just type in ABBR, say K, and then just type in K. So now K means K. So ABBR P AP list and less. I like to view the list in less. Less is a program, in case you wonder. Right? That's weird. Didn't work. Let's just see something. APT list. Okay, now it's better. Everyone, if you want to find the game, / to search. Type in games, and then as you can see, it'll highlight the games. Then Q for quit. So I go back into the less program, and I type in hold on, search. Search. If I press the up arrow, it'll have the history of my search, as you just saw. But I want to get out of here. Okay, quit. So let's go back. What else about? Oh yeah, if you wanted to put the information of the APT list, for example, it's so simple. APT list. Use the right arrow. See that? 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. But since you're just creating it now, just use 1. But generally, if you want to add information, you gotta use 2. Like if the file already exists and you want to add more information, you have to use 2. Whenever you use 1, it's gonna erase it, then add the information. Just so you know. So APT list and redirect it to APT. So now if I type ls, you see APT. Hold on, I just realized I don't have this shortcut. So as you can see, I have the APT. So if I want to view that APT as soon as possible, there's a few ways I could do it. I could just type in less, or I can type cat. So the whole thing already loaded. I like to use less better. Or I could use VIM or micro. I don't know, micro maybe. I forgot. I don't have micro. Let me just make sure. I don't really like. Well, I mean, I love micro because compared to VIM, all these other editors aren't so great. There's another web browser. It's called Lynx. It's one of the oldest text-based browsers. In case you want to see what's up with that. I don't like it as much as I like Lynx, but it's interesting. It's not as fast as Lynx, but it's I guess you could say it's like a colorized version of W3M. I don't know. Oh, I see. So G opens up the URL box, which is useful. Oh, that's interesting. It went to Google, even though I just typed Google and I didn't actually type in google.com. So G. Let me see. Escape maybe. Hold on. Maybe I have to get out of this. Google. Escape. I don't know. So obviously you have to be outside the search box. But it's interesting that I just typed in Google. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so if you type in, say, Yahoo or Google, it'll actually know what you mean. Well, it'll go to .com. It'll complete it by assuming that you want to go to yahoo.com. If you type in Yahoo, it was touch and go. Man develops life-threatening infection after using nail to remove popcorn from teeth. So don't use a nail to try to remove popcorn from your teeth, folks. Look at this. Guy almost dies. But anyway, so yeah, so that's the advantage. Well, I guess there's more, but like, I guess the main advantage that I see in the links is the well, the color and the search box, the feature where you just press G and then it'll pop up and it'll type in the it'll finish typing in the address. So if I type in Fox News, or if I want to go to foxnews.com, I just type in Fox News, it'll know what I mean. Which is fantastic. Oh, it's pretty smooth as well, like when you go up and down. Q for exit. So it's similar to links, it's just a different kind of different versions. And once again, if you wanted to change the bash file, but you have to go to bash bash rc bash.bash rc, this one. And since I'm using in my keyboard, this keyboard that I have, I just hold down the return key, which is, and then I just go to whatever I want to. Whatever I want to use, yeah, I mean, why does your prompt has to be so serious? Why so serious? Oh, but the problem with this is that as soon as you change as soon as you change the prompt, just be aware that it will change things. You've changed things. So now whenever you see something, enter. I for inserts. Escape, colon. Save. Oh, I see. So now bash. This is the new bash look. So I'm just experimenting with this, as you can see. Interesting, very interesting. Very, very interesting. The heck? I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, by the way. Because why would I? Why would I know what the hell I'm doing? when it comes to Linux and Unix. I'm just gonna keep it simple. I wonder if D will be the date. I'm too tired to even learn this stuff right now. So that's one way to do it. You don't have to skip one line, you can skip 2 lines. Oops, escape. I for insert. Backslash, and means another line. Cave colon, up arrow, save it. You know that it's saved when the bottom says written in the VIM editor. So bash. So as you can see now it's 2 lines. I don't know if time will write the time. T. I. Okay, so it types the time. Save. Once again, I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, this looks good. If you get bored of the same corny prompt and you want to like change it up, I just showed you the code. It's right here. Look, all you gotta do is type in back, replace the $ with T. I guess that stands for, well, obviously that stands for time. And put in the colon. Or you can type I don't know, be creative. You know, you gotta be creative in life. There you go. That's using the old noodle. So yeah, so I think it looks better. I mean, it doesn't take up too much space. Does it? I'm kind of like debating it now. I mean, do I really have to see the time? Probably not. I mean, you could type bash, I guess. But, no. By the way, you could also do this. Just show you something fast. So that's always cool. So looks cool. I'll probably keep it at this. So there. I hope this video was somewhat useful to you. And SSH. Just in case I forgot to put this one. Play audios. Gee. How the hell? Control Z, Control U, Control E, Control U. Get SSH. Figlet. Figlet. F-I-G-L-T. F-I-G-L-E-T. So show you how this looks. Just another one, I forgot the name of it, but so figlets, fish, if you want to find the, the actual name of the name of the freaking program that has color words. It's like Figlet, but it's filled in with color, solid colors. Maybe you should just Google it, which you press enter. So Linux Figlet letters. I don't know. By the way, I like W3M because it's very smooth, as you can see. But it doesn't have a lot of the features that Linux has. So. Oh yeah, by the way, the links, you can use the navigate arrow keys to go back and forth between pages. Just the right and the left arrow keys. Is it toilet? Press enter to go inside and then see the bottom. Linux, I guess it's, no, is it toilet? Type in the first one. It feels so good not to have annoying ads pop up. What about toilet? No, that's not it. There's another one that is better than Figlet. Just forgot. By the way, to choose, double tap fast on the screen the link and it'll go to the site, so whatever. Toilets. Alright, so let's see toilets. Out of all names, they couldn't come up with a freaking better name than that. 36 megabytes, not bad. Toilet. I mean, who thinks of these names? Who comes up with these names? I just realized I've been recording for almost an hour. I got no idea how to use this. Sure there's a way to do it with color though. I'm sure there's a way. That's kind of corny. So yeah, I'm not that impressed by these corny programs. And by the way, I like Bash just as much as I like Fish, except if you want ZSH to be your default shell, to know you gotta do is type echo ZSH and then 2 of these arrows, not 1 but 2, the tilde / that's that means shortcut for home directory .bash rc. This is the command you need. Make it bigger just in case you don't. Okay. Well, I'm sure you can see that better. I don't know why it's written there more than one. Oh, because I resized it. But anyway, the command is simply echo space then double quote ZSH, which is going to be the information. It's going to be put ZSH is the information. The double quotes aren't going to be added. Then 2 of these to add to the file, then tilde / means home .bash rc. Press enter. So now if I type bash, it'll go to ZSH, as you just saw. I gotta figure out how to do more functions. All right, well, I'm not sure if I want, or if you want to change it, just VIM, bash RC, and then see what says SSH, erase it, and that's it. Save this. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. And of course, obviously, you know that you could always change the. I was home, so that's why I was able to go to the bash RC file. If you're in a different directory, you won't be able to access the file until you actually name exactly, type in exactly where it's at. Anyway, I want to type 2 aliases really fast. Alias, well, 3. So alias K equals clear. It's just good to have 3 simple aliases available. Type in bash to reset it. And as you can see, it's working. Obviously. And if you want to set up the calendar to, like whenever you get into the Termux, if you want to see the calendar, just type in echo gcal. And that's it. So now whenever you get into the shell, it'll show you. Alright, well, anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day, night, or whatever. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.